Hey, what's up, Brother Nation? How you guys doing? Hope you guys are having a good day, a great day. I know it's been a long time since I did a podcast, or not a podcast, pardon me, live stream. It's been quite some time. But, as I was stating in my last video, I've been extremely busy with personal stuff, work, and family, and I got a new car as well. So that just had me all tied up. My mic stand is acting up, so that's why I'm holding it like this, like a newscaster reporter here. But I just want to get some things off my mind here. Just some things that I would like to talk to the Raider Nation about. So we're gonna keep it cool. We're gonna keep it light. We're gonna keep it fresh, and stay classy, everybody. All right. So the first thing I just want to talk about is that the Raiders, we still need a quarterback. So I know right now our current quarterback room, or we have AOC and O'Connell, and then we also have Gardner Minshew. So I strongly feel and I strongly think that we're going to get a quarterback in the draft, and I feel that is imperative for sure. Um, Going in if I were to bet to see who's going to start next year, um, I would have to give the slight edge to Gardner Minshew just because he's more experienced. That's no knock to AOC at all. But I think if we do get a rookie quarterback, if he does beat out whoever and for the starting job, then hey, so be it. They got my full support on that, and we'll see what's gonna happen going forward. But as of right now, Gardner Minshew and AOC, I just feel like we're gonna get that quarterback going into the draft, and that's for sure. And then Justin Fields for a 6th round pick. That's I'm blown away by that. There's so much things that I've been wanted to say because it's been a long time since I went live on here, But Justin Fields for a 6th round pick, I feel like that was a absolute steal for the Steelers. Look, the Steelers are stealing. No, but they also have Russell Wilson as well. So I don't know what's going to happen and what they're going to do going forward. I So from what I heard, the rumor has it that he went over there, Justin Fields, and went to Pittsburgh because he feels that he has a better chance to win the starting job. I don't know if that's true or not, but I wouldn't doubt it, and I would not be shocked if Russell Wilson did beat him out for that starting role. And what if he's just there as a backup and he doesn't get to do what he wants to do, and he gets disgruntled, and he's not happy over there. So, and then going back to us with Justin Fields, I don't even know why we didn't even entertain that option at all. For a 6 rounder pick, that's something, that's a dart that you throw at the dartboard and you try, like why not? Why just why not even try to do it? But yeah, I just feel that we should have definitely entertained that option, and I still don't know why. Also, this live stream here, I don't plan on being on this too long because I have some errands and things I have to do, and plus Easter is tomorrow, so I hope you guys have a wonderful Easter Sunday. And I won't be doing no lives tomorrow or creating content or anything like that. I'm going to be just spending time with family and things of that nature. And then the third thing that I wanted to talk about is that Drake May, he isn't talked about enough in the draft. I mean, I know our main target is Jaden Daniels, and going back to Jaden Daniels, you know, um, with the whole thing with his elbow, I'm sure you guys saw that picture. I'm sure there's a lot of Raider content creators out there that made that also as well, showing the picture of his elbow, and it was look like an action figure, or a toy, And personally, I believe that that's better for the Raiders. Honestly, um, it could hinder his draft stock, and he could just fall to us, and we could, try to trade up, and it'll be more easier to acquire Justin Fields going into his elbow. So we'll see, how that is and how that pans out. But hey, I'm praying to the football gods and all them, above that. If that is the case, then we gotta pull the trigger and try to get Fields. And going back to Drake May, don't be shocked, guys, because Tom Telesco, Herbert, he likes those kind of quarterbacks there, and I would not be shocked at all if he did indeed get Drake May. Now, if he chose Drake May over Jaden Daniels, I don't see that happening because if given the opportunity, if that was the case, then I honestly feel that we would go Jaden Daniels first. But I personally would go Drake May over J McCarthy. I know there's a lot of Raiders out there or Raider fans, just in general in the Raider Nation. They like JJ and I do too. But when push comes to shove, I'm going with Drake May all day over JJ McCarthy. And I just feel like he's not talked about enough. So that could be a big wild card going forward. Is we we could swing for the fence and go with Jane Daniels, or we could end up getting Drake May if that does happen. So I would not be shocked, Raider Nation. And then we still need to get some O line. There's this draft class has superb offensive linemen out there. It's just deep, and don't be shocked if we do get a offensive or I'm sorry, a tackle or a guard. I mean, I don't think we're gonna get a guard, but I think we're gonna get a tackle for sure. And I would not be shocked at all if we did draft him at 13. I could see that, and then I could see this trading back to try to get Penix. But for some reason, if the odds does happen, I really believe that if we swing, and if we can't acquire Jaden Daniels or those top quarterbacks, I think that Penix Jr. He's going to be our priority quarterback pick. Now the thing on that is I don't want to draft him or get him too high. I don't think because there's going to be teams out there that are desperate for a quarterback, and I just don't want to trade up too high to go get him. But we got to find that range to where we feel comfortable to where it's perfect to get Penix Jr. And I'm really big on Penix Jr. I like him, and I've said it in the past, and you might have seen it in my comments as well, that I believe that Penix Jr. He's the most polished quarterback coming out of the draft right now overall. He's seemed like he was in college forever, but there's people out there is like, oh well, I don't want to get Penix because his injuries. Well, guess what? He's been fine, and those things happened to his knee, and then his, that was I. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. That was 2 years ago, but he's healthy and he's been playing solid. And you can't judge him just by that one bad game in the championship, which he lost to Michigan and Jim Harbaugh. So I would not be shocked at all if we did get Penix Jr. I really really like him, and an ideal scenario for me if I was going into the draft, I would try to get O line first. If of course if we can't trade up to get Jaden Daniels, that would be the top thing. But if we can't do that, then at 13, I'm going with offensive line. I'm going to get that. Then I'm going to try to trade back so that way I could also acquire Penix Jr. That will be the ideal situation for me. And but for sure, this draft is just stocked and it's just loaded with a lots of offensive linemen, and I feel like that's where we could solidify our line and get all the holes that we have to fill going into the draft. So that's how I see it going forward. But I really believe that the most highest percentage wise is that we're going to get Penix Jr. That's just how I feel in my heart and deep down in my soul. I think he's going to be our quarterback at the end of the day. But as I said also in the start of this video, the whole picture with Jaden Daniels' arm and his elbow, and how it on the picture, it looks weird, it looks terrible. His arm looks like an action figure. That could help us, because some teams will be like, oh, well, his elbow's bad. I don't want to draft him. I don't know what's going to happen. If we draft him to our system, he's going to throw all these, balls, and then it could damage his arm in the long run. So that could help the Raiders because it could hinder his draft stock and he could slide down, to us. And maybe perhaps we don't have to trade hire or give up more assets to draft Jaden Daniels. So that's something that I would entertain also as well. And then yeah, we still got to get a quarterback, and also in the draft, I wouldn't doubt it at all if we, and I feel that we are. I feel we're going to get a running back for sure. As Tom Telesco said that he wants to use our running backs in a committee. So I feel like Zeus, he's going to be our starting back going into the season, and then we have Alexander Madison. He's going to be our backup to that. And then I believe whatever running back we do draft in the draft, he'll be most likely third on the depth chart. And then we're going to just rotate those guys during the game. And that's cool because, me personally, I like that workhorse back, that one back who just, he gets the ball each down, each play, you know what I mean? And he's a workhorse. But if you think about it, going by a committee, it could keep our guys more fresh and they'll have more energy to play for a full 4 quarters going throughout the game. So I would like to see that. And I want to say the draft class for running backs is as deep as O line and some quarterbacks in the draft because there's plenty of those players out there. But I think that we are. I wouldn't be shocked if we get a running back, perhaps maybe in the fourth or fifth round. I could see that happening as well. But draft is right around the corner, guys. And I can't wait for that. And I'm just so fired up for that, and especially for that first round because there's so much. Like nobody knows what's going to happen. Nobody knows what we're going to do on the first round with that first pick, aside from the Raiders organization and them in house. So I'm really, really excited for that. And just going into the next season in general, I feel like we're going to shock the NFL. Like us Raider fans, we're tired of being the laughing stock of the NFL. I'm tired of not winning. I want to go back to the playoffs. I want to be a playoff caliber team. I want to compete for championships every single year. I want to be there, And the first thing that we got to do, we got to worry about those guys in red. I don't even want to say their name, but the guys in red, they're target one that we have to, take down. We got to win our division, and then just I mean, aside from that too, the AFC just in general, there's a lot of good teams. There's a lot of good teams in the AFC, and we just got to focus on the guys in red. And if we could conquer our division and go just, I just want to go into the playoffs, wild card. Just give me that, so that way we could break people's hearts, But I do want to compete for championships each season, year after year. And if we're not playing to win for championships, then I just feel like it's a bust and our season is just thrown in the garbage. You know what I mean? So that should be our top focus, which AP did said that he says we got to focus on our D vision, and I like what he said, but let's think for the bigger picture too. Like let's compete for championships. I want to see us holding that Super Bowl trophy, having a parade, That's something that I would like to see. And then and for all the old school Raider fans like myself here, I ain't like old, but I've been watching the Raiders since the early 90s, you know what I mean? And I'm happy that we got to see our team go to a Super Bowl, but aside from that, and then the last time we went to the playoffs with Derek Carr, it's just been hard. It's been rough. And if Derek Carr would have never broke his leg or got injured during that game, we would have done something special. And I don't even know why that he was in the a game that late when we had the game in the bag, but I'm tired of losing. I'm just tired of it, and it's why not us? Why not the Raiders? Got my boy here. I got my boy in the house here. James, see you, brother. Salute, brother. Congratulations to you, bro. You worked hard, bro, and I'm glad that you got through it with all your college stuff, man. That is amazing, bro. I honestly wish myself that I would have focused more during high school, but I didn't do that. And to all the people watching, if you're still in school, school is important, man. And I'm not saying that just trying to, but school is a top priority. It opens doors for you, man. And if you do good in school, you can get any job or career that you want. So shout out to my man James, man. That's simply just amazing, bro. But he says, I hate the Chiefs and the 49ers couldn't get the job done. I hear you, brother. Going back to that game in the fourth quarter and in overtime, too, all of the Niners had to do was keep giving the ball to Christian McCaffrey. If they would have kept using that same formula and given him the ball, that game would have been in the Niners' hands. But me, honestly, as a Raider fan, I dislike the 49ers and the Chiefs. So watching that game was like pouring acid in my eyes. It was horrible. There was a bunch of people asking me, "Well, which team are you going for?" And I'd tell them, "No, like none, nothing, no." um, I was more like I would rather watch a 747 jet fly over it, and just uh, no, I don't wish harm on teams or people or things like that. But what if something would have happened where the game's canceled, tower fell, or something on it, or the power went out, or something like that. But yeah, man. And oh yeah, of course, brother. You're welcome, brother. Absolutely. Oh, and I got my sister in the house. Hey, sis. Thank you so much. Thank you for being here, for tuning in, showing some love. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Love you, sister. But yeah, so just going back. So Josh Jacobs is, gone. He ain't there, so and I know that there's a bunch of fans, there. They're like, oh well, we should have kept Jacobs. We should have resigned him. And I get it. I understand. I'm a big fan of Josh Jacobs. The kid plays hard. He's a good person on the field and off the field, but unfortunately for what he was asking for that kind of salary, we had to pursue different options, and that I'm sorry that it didn't work in Josh Jacobs' favor, but at the end of the day, it's a business. It's a business. And I'm glad that he's in the NFC. He's over there in Green Bay, so we don't have to deal or see him in the AFC, But hey, Josh Jacobs, I wish nothing but the best for him. But hey, Zeus, Zamir White, he is that guy. I think he's extremely talented, and based just from that sample size that we saw from him last season, I think that kid, he's gonna ball out, and especially if we're gonna do a running back by committee, then that's great because it'll keep our guys fresh. They could play all 4 quarters of the game, and so that's something that I am definitely looking forward to going into next season. See, my boy James here says, he says, LMAO. Yeah, it was like still funny that they lost, but the Chiefs are on top of the division with the most Super Bowl. Yeah, yeah, I dislike those guys in red. I extremely, I don't like them. Them and the 49ers, wink, wink, you know. But yeah, I have to give props though to Patrick Mahomes, man. As much as I dislike him, guy is a great quarterback, man. He's a great quarterback. He talks like Kermit the Frog, and his hair, I think it looks stupid, But hey, he's a baller, and the Chiefs would not won that Super Bowl without Chris Jones, man. Because I felt like Chris Jones was like he was a pivotal piece of them, just taking that game. Like if Chris Jones was like injured, or if or if he wasn't there, I think for sure that the outcome would have been different, and that's for sure. But hey, just like Antonio Pierce said, man, we're gonna do the Jordan rules on him, and we're gonna put him on his, don't want to curse, but we're gonna put him on his rear end. We gotta hit him. We gotta put hands on him every single play, knock him down, make him think twice. Because if you think about it, we're the Raiders. We have the best defense playing against the Chiefs. Antonio Pierce found something, and this it was like the secret to Coca Cola, man. We cracked that code, dude, and we got something really special, especially with our defense. And now that we got Christian Wilkins now, man, like that dude is gonna make an immediate impact. And just seeing Crosby, Wilkins, and Kuntz, man, that's gonna be, we're gonna wreak havoc, and it's gonna be terror for all the opposing offenses that we have to play with. And then James, man, quick question too, bro. I have to ask you because you are a Broncos fan. Why did you guys trade Judy for so cheap, bro? Like I'm happy that he's out of the AFC West, but man, Judy was a baller, man. There's some people who's like, well, he did not perform as expected, but hey, Jerry Judy, he's a baller, and I'm glad he's gone. He's there in the Browns now. But yeah, man, for that kind of that asking price was extremely low. You know what I mean? And I'm just curious on how you feel with that, brother. But yeah, so we also signed, he ain't a big name guy, but we signed Harrison Bryant. To be honest with you, if there's something that I do not know, guys, and all the Raider um, nation watching out there, if there's something that I do not know, I will not just lie to you and be like, oh, it's because of this, or this guy did this stats, stuff like that. I promise you guys, I will always be honest. I will not lie. If there's something that I do not know, then I will not lie, because I hate liars. So don't lie, people out there. But yeah, so we got Harrison Bryant, and then a lot of people in the nation are like, "Oh man, who is this guy? Oh yeah, he's a bum." You know what? But hey, give the guy a chance. I don't really know too much about him either, but I feel like he's there, as a rotational player. You know what I mean? That's what I'm guessing. But I think he's there for depth. And if Antonio Pierce and Tom Lesko did sign him, then then he's worth something. So whatever they do and they sign, then I'm all in for it because I support them. Let's go to the comments here. Nobody wanted him, and nobody wanted him, and knew we wanted to get rid of him. That's what I'm guessing you're saying, bro. So what most teams do is they just wait and offer nothing. Plus, he's injured all the time. Yeah, that's true. I could see that, but I see, if I was the Broncos, I would have been like, dude, this guy was a baller in college. You know what I mean? I would have just hyped him up and try to get the best asking price. And low key, man, if you really think about it, man, the Browns got something nice. So it all depends on Sean Watson, and I know that there's a lot of people out there, they don't like him for what he did off the field, and I completely understand that's a bad thing. You don't want to do, but just by him being on the field and what he's done, like just think of what he did with the Houston Texans, man. He was like a top. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Deshaun Watson was like a top five guy every single year. You know what I mean? And then just because he goes to the Browns and all that, it's like his powers and his talent, like they just like they just pulled it from him. But now that he's has a full year to heal his shoulder, because I think that's what happened to him and why the Browns, they sat him. But I think that now that he has time to heal, he can learn the offense, he could be around the team. I think that Sean Watson is going to shock a lot of people, man. And they got a good team over there. They got a quarterback, they got good wideouts, they got a good defense. So my team that I would pick that is going to be a sleeper team is the Browns, and so watch out for them, but they better watch out for us first because we're going to be the team that's going to be shocking a lot of people, and that's just how I feel. I'm not being biased, I just feel like finally, the Raiders are doing something right. Honestly, like it's been so long, and I feel like we're finally going in the right direction. And just going into the next season, s- like we cannot be scared to go up in the draft and get our guy if that's what we want to do. I know Penix Jr. is there. He's the guy who I feel that the Raiders will get at the end of the day. But like I said earlier, the whole thing with Jaden Daniels' elbow, his elbow, like that picture was it didn't look good on Jaden Daniels' side, but just because of that photo that came out, it's going to hinder his draft stock. And that's where the Raiders, they got to sit there and be like, look, do we make a move now or do we just sit and watch things pass us by? So they got to pull the trigger on Jaden Daniels if the opportunity is given to them. If not, and if the asking price, if they're asking for something outrageous, I get it. You don't want to pass on him, but if you have to, then you got to do what you got to do because it's a business decision. But there's also a lot of good quarterbacks in the draft, there's top six right now. I could just think of. So you got Caleb Williams, Jaden Daniels, Drake May, Penix Jr., Bo Nix, and J.J. McCarthy. There's a lot of people that are really high on JJ too, and I think he's a baller, But I feel, and I said this earlier, that Penix Jr. is the most polished uh, overall quarterback coming out of this year's draft. That's just me, and I feel like if he didn't lose that game against against Jim Harbaugh and JJ, his draft stock would be a lot higher. So and I will say it now, I haven't bought a jersey in so long. So the last jersey that I bought was a Randy Moss jersey, and that was I was so hyped about that. But that's the last jersey that I did buy. But if we get Penix Jr., I'm buying a jersey, man. I have so much confidence in that kid, man, and I think he's gonna be a baller. He's gonna be a baller, man. Let's go back to the comments here. My boy James says Deshaun got put on notice with Joe Flacco. Hey, and I know that Watson, I'm sure he was sitting there and I'm sure he had some ill feelings about that, man. Imagine that. Or no, actually, I take that back because he got paid all that money. I'm sure, he's like, yeah, whatever. But if that was me and you hired, Joe and he came there and, and he just started balling, you know what I mean? I would feel, a certain type of way. But hey, I guess when you get paid that amount of money like the Sean Watson did, I guess it washes away your anger, and stuff like that. So, but I just feel like the Sean Watson, he's gonna come out and he's gonna want to try to prove a lot of people wrong going into the next season. I got my boy here, Rich. What up, Rich? What up, King? How you doing, brother? I hope you're having a great day. And I hope that you have a great Easter too, brother. Thank you for chiming in, brother, and sharing your comments. I appreciate you, brother, so much, man. Shout out to Rich. And then also Drake May. So I just have to just chime on this too. So for all the people that just got here, thank you guys for all you guys out there watching. I have Appreciate it. Um, I do this here because I am a loyal, passionate Raiders fan. Like I don't really do this for income or cash. Things like that. Like I did reach over 1,000 subs, so my videos are now monetized where I get paid through like ads and like all that. But I like my intentions is like I don't come here and I don't say, oh guys, please like this, sub to this, buy this, that. You know what I mean? Like I just do this because I'm a passionate Raider fan and I want to just talk to the whole Raider nation in general, just how I feel. So to all the people that have been with me through day one, throughout this whole ride and this journey, I really appreciate you guys, like so much. So salute to all you guys out there. But going back to Drake May here, as I said earlier, and if I'm repeating myself, I have apologized for that. But I just have to say this just so that way for all the people who just got here, you could touch bases with what I was saying earlier. So don't be shocked, guys, if Tom Telesco does try to acquire, or if we do try to get Drake May. Now the question is, would it cost the same amount of assets to get a Drake May instead of Jaden Daniels? Me personally, if we were to trade up to get that top quarterback, it has to be Jaden Daniels, right? Or Caleb Williams, but Caleb ain't gonna happen. He's gone in the first pick. But think about Justin Herbert and how Tom Telesco was enamored with him. You know what I mean? And he likes kids like that. And I believe that Drake May has the same arm talent as Herbert, but Drake May can, he's faster. He has wheels. He can move outside of the pocket. He can run and scramble if he has to. And if we were to get Drake May, would I would be happy, because he ain't what a lot of people say, he's a statue quarterback. Yes, there is some statue quarterbacks out there. That's what a lot of people say about AOC, but each person has their pros and cons, what they bring to the NFL. Like as I just said, AOC, he's your basic guy. He drops back in the pocket, throws, boom, 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 and he don't run as much. But AOC can run when he has to, but he can't as fast as others. But he could move if he has to. Then we have Gardner Minshew here, Minshew mania, running wild, right? He's running wild in Vegas. Some people hate him, and that's saying in the Raider Nation too. Some people don't like him. They're like, "Oh, we should have traded for Justin Fields," and I get it. We should have traded for Justin Fields as well, especially when that's for a 6 round pick. You got to cough up that 6 round pick, man. And then I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, there's like some conditional draft picks based on what Justin Fields does there, but still for a 6 round, and like let's say if Fields does good, you got to trade him fourth or a fifth going to next season, then hey, you pull that trigger and you do it. Fields is a talented kid. He has talent, and when there's kids, just some talent that you cannot teach. It's not coachable. You cannot teach arm strength. You cannot teach speed. You know what I mean? Like there's certain ways well, okay, I take that back. Arm strength, yeah, you can like lift weights and like all of that, but for sure speed, that's something that you can't teach. Like yeah, you could shed weight, all that, but most of the time that blazing fast speed that comes natural with birth, at birth, and it comes with burst. Dang, that was a tongue twister there. Yeah, but yeah. So back to Gardner Minshew now. Now, once again, for all the people watching, I love AOC, but the reason why I think that the Raiders are going to go with Gardner going into next season is just because he's a tad bit more polished. And if you think about it, he beat us, right? Like, But I ain't trying to favor, you know what I mean? Oh, AOC Minshew. At the end of the day, I want our quarterback group to compete, and whoever gets the job and earns that job, that's the quarterback that I want going forward. It can't just be given to him. Like for example, I know right now I'm sure right now my boy right now he's watching. He's a big car fan, big car fan, and shout out to you, brother. But if you think about it, when Carr was there during his tenure and his time, Carr didn't have no backup quarterback to kind of push him or threaten taking Derek Carr's job, right? And that's just what I don't want to happen. And I'm not trying to bash on Derek Carr, and I ain't hating on him, you know what I mean? But if you have that guy that could push you to play better, and if he's going to threaten to take your job, and if he does outperform you, and if that's the quarterback that we choose going forward, then hey, so be it. So that's why I have to bring up Derek Carr's name, because he didn't really have a backup quarterback or a guy that we signed to push him and threaten him for that job, because it was kind of just, here, Derek Carr, it's yours, take it. You're that guy going forward. So that's what I don't want with AOC. I don't want to be like, hey, here, AOC, bam. And as Antonio Pierce said too, he said AOC is our guy. So when I think about that, and I believe that AOC is our starting quarterback until proven otherwise. So that means that he's gonna have to get beat out for that job. And if Gardner does beat him out for it, which I think that he might will, honestly, I ain't trying to bash on AOC, but I honestly feel like right now, today, if I had a choice going into a game right now, like all right, Connell or Gardner, I'm gonna have to choose Gardner Minshew. That's just me, and I am being biased. I feel like AOC does have all. He has all the talent there. He has a great arm, but I feel like he needs to just work on his craft more, which he's doing right now. Like always going to the facilities. He's there early. Like he's training. He's working. And, and that's great. So I honestly hope and I wish that he just comes out firing, you know what I mean, and he proves, like hey man, I'm coming in here, I'm working hard, working early, I'm going to show all you doubters, and this is what I'm going to do and what I'm going to bring going into the following season. So we'll see what happens with that. But if we do get Jaden Daniels or Drake May or Penix Jr., I think that Penix Jr., Drake May, or Jaden Daniels, they're gonna beat out AOC and Gardner. And I'm not being biased at all. This is just what I think. I know that there's a lot of Raider fans out there that think otherwise, and they, I hear a lot of stuff. I hear it in my comments, my posts, and things like that. And just real fast, to all the people who have made comments, on the post, and like all that, I haven't gotten back to you because I've been so busy with work and family, and I just bought a car, so I've been like doing so much research on the car. I've been tied up with work and family that I didn't get a chance to comment to all you guys back. But if you guys do, or if you have been following me since day one, I always get back to your comments, and I respond to each and every single comment. So I promise you guys that I will get back there, or back to you guys there. So yeah, now let's talk about Alexander Madison. Is he going to be a starter? I don't. I don't think he'll beat out Zeus, no, but he's perfect death, And if you think about his days back with the Vikings, he was a backup to Dalvin Cook. And if you and if you really think about it, when Dalvin Cook, when he was injured, now correct me if I'm wrong, but he performed pretty darn well, each of the times that he had to come in and fill for Dalvin Cook. And I hope this doesn't happen. I'm gonna knock on wood here. But if Zeus does get hurt, which I don't want, Alexander Madison is perfect for depth to not exactly fill in all of his shoes, but he's there, as a great piece, to kind of help out our running back situation there in general. And then I honestly think that if we don't trade up in the draft, so I'm changing topics here. I only got about yeah, because I have to leave pretty soon here. But so I got to take off in about 15 minutes or so, guys. But just real fast. I'm trying to just pitch all the things here to you that I've been thinking and that I've been wanting to say because I've been so busy since I did, like a live or posted up videos and things like that. But if we do not trade up to try to get Jaden Daniels or a top 3 quarterback in the draft, I feel like we're gonna get offensive line with that 13th pick. We're gonna draft O line, and then we're gonna get Penix. That's just how I feel. We're gonna get O line. We're gonna trade back, and then we're gonna try to get Penix. So I'm just saying that for all the people here that's been watching me, and you're tuned in. You just came into the live here. Shout out to all the people, in the live. And you know what? It doesn't even, I'm gonna be honest. If I have, one person in here, 20 people, 20,000, I'm gonna talk to the same way. I won't change, and it don't even matter if I have zero, in here. You know what I mean? I'm doing this just to put this out here, just the way I could share with the Raider Nation with what's going on and how I feel what's going forward. I've also heard a rumor as well. I'm not sure if you guys heard this too, but so I've been hearing things. And I just found this out yesterday that Malcolm Kuntz that he could possibly be in trade talks with Josh Allen, not Josh Allen the quarterback, but Josh Allen the defensive player, the linebacker. So I don't know where that source was started from or who made up that rumor, but if we could pull that trade off to get Josh Allen, and if that's true, you know what I mean, then hey, do it. And once again, I'm not talking about Josh Allen, the quarterback. I'm talking about Josh Allen, the linebacker. So, um, when I'm done with my errands later, I have to go and search to see where that source came out and where that rumor was from because I'm curious to like know how that happened because I didn't think that he would be available in a trade. But if you could trade Coons for Josh Allen, do it. But it depends on what assets we have to trade up to like try to get him. So I'm gonna have to dive in later and see what's going on with that there. And but hey, do it, Raider Nation. If you guys are out there. And yeah, so draft, we're gonna have to get online. We're gonna have to get quarterback, and I wouldn't doubt it if we get a running back in the fourth or the fifth round, and two players that I would like. So one player that's not talked about enough in this draft. I'm sure all the people that are watching and will watch this in the future, but I've been really high on the player James Williams from Miami. This kid is a safety, and this kid is like Cam Chancellor. He's fast and he hits hard, and I would love to have him on our team. And if he's available at the right spot, you get James Williams. And then there's two wide receivers that I would like to talk about as well, and that would be Luke McCaffrey and Brendan Rice Jr. So we all know Jerry Rice, greatest receiver of all time. I always remember Jerry Rice in the silver and black rather than the red and gold. But if we could get his son, like let's say per se in like the fifth round, hopefully, I don't know if he'll be there. I feel like you got to make that move, and if he's gone, get Luke McCaffrey. If you guys been watching my channel and my videos, I got a little breakdown on him. So my whole thing on my channel, what I do here is I like to post videos and create them and I do breakdowns on players, the pros and cons of what they could bring to our team. I ain't a like podcast guy, or things like that, but I do like to come on here and be live because I feel like it's a good tool to come out here and share it with all the nation out there watching. But I'm sure you guys have seen me on a different podcast as well. Shout out to Raider D podcast. He's a great dude, and I'm on his show, often, and we might be doing something real soon. So stay in tune for that. But Brandon Rice and Luke McCaffrey. If you guys do not know who they are, please, I highly encourage you go out and you do some research on those two players. I have a breakdown on Luke McCaffrey and my boy Raider D podcast. He has one on Brandon Rice, so go check that out. That's good. And then I also have a breakdown on the defensive player who's a safety, James Williams. Once again, he's from Miami College, the Hurricanes. That kid's gonna be a stud, and I'm calling it right now. And if you guys are watching this, James Williams is gonna be a top safety in the NFL. You know who else is who's gonna be a great player, and I'm calling it now. Michael Mayer with now sooner rather than later. Michael Mayer, mark my words, guys. I'm calling it, and I'm saying this now. And if I'm wrong, which I don't feel I'll be wrong, but if I am, I'll always say that I'm wrong and I'll eat crow. But Michael Mayer is going to be a top 5 tight end sooner rather than later. I promise you guys that. That kid is going to be a baller. I mean, he's a baller, yeah, but he's like he's going to he's something special, and I'm glad that we got him because he will be a top 5 tight end in the NFL. So remember all this, guys. I'm calling it now, Michael Mayer. So watch out for him. Now let's talk about Trey Tucker too. Kid's great. He's fast, blazing speed. Um, if he could just work a little more on his route running, just so he could like polish that up more. That kid could take his game up to a whole different level. And he has good hands too. But if he could just work on his hands, a tad bit more, and just work on his route running and his yeah he's I could picture him like Nicole Hardman, but better, because he's fast, and I don't know why, and this is just me, guys. I would make Trey return kicks and punts. If you have a person of that speed and with that talent, I feel like he could take it to the house at any time, you know? So I hope that's something that we could do, but most likely we're going to get a guy in the draft to where we're going to have him be our returner, punt returner specialist. You know what I mean? But I see that happening. But if we have the tools that's there, and if all the goods are in your shopping cart, why not just use what we have there? So yeah, we'll see what's going on with that there. So yeah, guys. So I plan on doing going back to creating more videos and content. I have one in the works now. I don't want to say it, but it will be coming out soon, and I will go back to doing my lives here on for sure Saturdays or Sundays, because I work from 3 p.m. to 11ish Pacific Standard Time. So it's hard to come out and create content during those hours because before I have to go to work, I have to take care of things at home. So but just shout out to all the people that's been there with me here on the journey since day one. So I greatly appreciate it. I'm gonna go back to the comments here. Hey, what's up, man? How you doing, brother? I hope you're doing well. I hope your channel is, it's getting bigger and bigger. So that one program that I told you to use on your phone, bro, that is a secret tool there, brother. Because when I create my content, I don't pay for anything. I don't have no editor. I do it all myself. I'm a one man gang here, and sure, if like I had, the like income, and like all that, I'd hire an editor, and all that stuff. But really, at the end of the day, it feels a lot better when you do it all yourself and you put out that content there. And when people like it and they sub, and they watch your content, I just get joy just sharing this out here with all my Raider fans, out there and stuff. But it's just you sharing how you feel. That is that at the end of the day, brother. That is what counts. So I give you so much props, brother, for what you're doing. For all the guys out there watching, this guy right here, he makes good content. So go check out his channel when you guys do have a chance. Great kid and great channel. Thank you, brother. I'll most likely see you. Mm, well, I'm going back to working at the uh, late shift, so maybe I'll see you next week. But if I don't, brother, peace and prosperity to you, brother, and I hope you have an awesome Easter, man. For the next concept, oh my boy, right here, this guy right here. So all the people out there watching, this dude right here is my homeboy right here, aka Hot Beavers. This guy right here makes excellent, superb content, guys. So if you guys do not know who this guy is right here, make sure you go check out his channel. This guy does excellent breakdowns. This guy is sharp. He's sharp with all his info, man. So I got to give major credit to my boy Hot Beavers here. Thank you, brother, for coming by, showing me some love and support, brother. I appreciate you so much. I'm not sure if you're in Las Vegas still, but I hope your trip was great, brother. And I believe I saw a picture with you and Raider D. Were you guys both there at the same time, brother? Or because if I'm not tripping, I could have swore I saw a picture that Raider D posted that it was you and him outside of the Death Star, baby. But yeah, man, I'm so happy, that you went out there, and I always plan and I want to go out there. I just been so busy, man. With things here, but make sure you guys check out his channel, man. Since he's a great guy, great dude, makes great content, and we're always on the Raider D podcast show as well. So make sure that you tune into his content here, guys. All right. So go to the next comment here. Sorry, I'm trying to jump the gun here because I try to get to all the people's contents. Salute to the nation. Yes, baby. There's only one nation, and we got the best nation, brother. The Raider Nation, my man. Heck yeah, and there's only one and only nation, my yes, brother. That's for sure. Thank you, man. Thank you, brother. Thank you, man. I always try, I one thing that I try to do each time, brother, and I ain't trying to get off, topic or things like here. I'm a man of principle and morals. I'm really big on that. I was raised old fashioned, and if it's something you did not know, don't lie. I don't like being fall or I no, I'm sorry, correct me. I don't like to be lied to, and always tell the truth and say what is on your heart, brother. It does not matter what you create here on your channel, brother, because I could promise you and I guarantee you there's billions of people who watch YouTube. You will find your calling for people who watch your channel, brother. So don't change. Keep at it, and the followers, and all that will come. When I first did this whole thing here, I did not have like think I had like 200 and something. No. I had like 100 and like 73, you know what I mean? And then I just kept just posting out content, boom, 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 boom. And then within the like last month, like last month and a half, my channel just took off, man. It's kind of more even now, but yeah, man, I just kept pushing out content and just kept telling the whole Raider Nation just how I feel and what's on my brain here, and you'll always find, those people out there. There's people out there who will hate on it, but hey, if you have 20 people out there that like your things compared to that one hater, I'll take that all day. So but each person is entitled to their opinion, and I don't mind, if they come on my channel, my live, and they're like, oh, I don't like your like content, it sucks, blah blah blah. Hey, if that's the case, then hey, I'm sorry, my channel and my content is not for you. We all bring something different to this platform here, and just be yourself, man. That's the n- top thing, bro. Honestly, just be yourself. Don't change. Stay humble, brother. My boy still in Vegas. Oh shit. Oh, see, look, that's my first curse word that I said on my whole channel. I just said the S word, man, and I really don't try to cuss at all. Oh man. Pardon me for cursing. I really don't like to to curse or anything like that. But man, I can't believe it. I said the shit word, man. But hey, brother. So you're hey, that's cool, man. You're there still, brother. Are you doing any gambling? Um, or you kind of just trying to share that Raider w- wisdom you have, brother. Thank you, man. And once again, for all the guys out there, that's my boy Hot Beavers out there, man, aka Raider Nation Hotspot. This guy makes killer content, man. My 2 cents, my brother. How you doing, my man? How's things going, brother? So I have memory like a elephant, brother. So now I believe the last time on my live that I did, you had to go because you went to go get a brand new dog or a brand new puppy. So now please correct me if I'm wrong, but if that's the case, I hope that you and your brand new dog is doing great, brother. And I hope you have peace and prosperity, brother, with you and your pet, brother. So shout out, man. I don't have a dog here because where I'm at, our landlord don't want us to to have dogs here, so I do have cats. So I got a all black cat and a black and white tuxedo cat, and I kept them black like that because of the Raider Nation. But yeah, man, hey, shout out to you, man. Hey, I appreciate you, brother. You're always in there, in the comments, and you're just chiming in, man. So thank you, brother. Thank you for always being there, and salute, my man. Raider Nation Hotspot says, I'm a bad influence. Sorry, y'all. Nah, man. I haven't seen one time to where you did say, yeah, bro. You've always been a great dude. So I'm guessing that's Raider D trying to put his bad influence on you. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. And shout out to Raider D, man. He's cool. We he knows, I'm joking, and we always, we talk our shit back and forth. Let's go to the next comment here. Yeah, his name is Tank. He's a Doberman. Oh, you got yourself a Doberman? Heck yeah, brother. That's a great name, Tank. And hey, yo, those things are Nice dogs, brother. So hey, my pops had one, man. So those are great dogs, brother. Um, if I could choose to have a dog, like say if I had like a choice of one right now, for me, it will be a greyhound. I always like them. I know they don't really. So if I'm correct, I don't think greyhounds live that long, but that's been a dog that I always uh, would would like to have. But unfortunately, I can't have a dog here, so I have cats. But my wife loves the cats, right? I love the cats too, but the cats, they love my wife more than me. uh Raider Nation Hotspot says, "Don't gamble. I'm gonna talk to the nation." I always say, you don't have to. You don't have to agree. Debate is spot on, man. Spot on, brother. I absolutely uh agree. Just as long as the person ain't being, an a hole, or or a jerk, to where they're so to where they just want to say what they have to say, and they don't give you a chance to like uh answer back. That's the kind of people that I don't like to banter with, because they're so close minded, you know what I mean, and they just want to hear what they have to like say, brother, and then they don't that they just care about themselves, and they think that they're always right, but hey, everybody has their own, opinion, and I could not have said it better, brother. So shout out to my boy Hot Beavers, also known as Raider Nation Hotspot. Salute, brother. Thought I heard something banging on my window over there. Cats rock. My Chewy holds down the house. Hey, heck yeah, brother. Heck yeah. Yeah. If, my cat. So my oldest cat. He is 4.5 years now, and then we got a brand new cat who is 6.5 months now, and they're both boys. So these two cats here, they're always playing around, jumping on my couches. Thank God they don't tear up my couch or anything like that. But they jump on it. They they tackle each other, and it's a funny thing to see, because we just had one cat for the like longest time, and then we got this brand new cat, and it's just like, wow, like our house is is a bunch more happier now. I'm sorry, is a lot more happier now. I could even say that right. I said a bunch more happy. Pardon my grammar, that was incorrect there. Yeah, so for all the guys that just came here, and tune in here, I don't have that much time left because I have to take off soon. But before I go, I just have to say these last things here, that I just want to share with y'all, and for all the people who's been here since I did this live here. Thank you for hearing the same thing I have to say over and over, but I just got to say this before I tune out and I bounce out of here. So we still need to get a quarterback, and we're going to get one in the draft. That's imperative. That's just how I feel. AOC and Gardner Minshew. I want the best quarterback to just win. And so what I mean by that is, I don't want the starting job just to be given to, like, here it's yours, AOC. Here it's yours here, Gardner. No, like the quarterback has to earn that job. So I don't want nothing to be just handed to them, given. Just the Fields for a 6 rounder, I would have traded a 6 round for that. So that's something that we should have done, because that asking price was just so cheap. Uh, Back to Jaden Daniels and his elbow. So just because that that photo came out, in his elbow, and it, seemed terrible, that could hinder his draft stock, and that's better for us Raiders in general. Because if that happens, and the teams are like, oh man, hey, this guy's elbow, man, it's jacked up. That's better for us, because hey, that gives us a better chance to get Jaden Daniels. So I'm all in for that. And what else do I got here? Oh yeah, so I feel like Drake May is not talked about either when it comes to the Raiders and Drake May, because Tom Telesco likes Herbert, and I feel like Drake May is like Herbert, but he's just faster, and that's just me. And if we do not get a, pardon me, if we do not trade up for a quarterback in the draft, I feel like at 13, if we don't try to trade, and if we're there, we're gonna get an offensive lineman, and then we're gonna trade back to try to get Penix Jr. At the end of the day, I feel like Penix Jr. is gonna be the guy who we end up with when it's all said and done. And I would like to throw Spencer Rattler in there too, because he could be, that dark horse too. So I'm gonna just read these comments here before I get out of here, guys, because I got an appointment with the vet with my cat. He has to get his shots because he got his first set last month, so it's time for him to get his second wave of shots. So I'm sure my cat is gonna look forward to that. There, my boy Hot Beavers here says salute to my 2 cents. We're us three. We've all been in the the like same party. So shout out to both you guys there. And then my 2 cents says salute to Raider Nation Hotspot. Shout out to you guys there. If a cat chooses you, and then my boy says if a cat chooses you, it's super special, and that relationship is just as cool as a dog. In my opinion, I absolutely agree. Brother. So what I was trying to say before my words got fumbled there, the one thing that I do like about cats that is better than dogs is that cats could go pee into the bathroom themselves. You don't got to take them outside. But if your cat is a outdoor cat, then when they go out, and they have to do their business, they'll just bury it after. So that's one thing. Hey, maybe in the future we'll have these dogs, that start to bury their own poop and stuff. But yeah. uh my boy, shout out to you, brother Alex. Thank you, brother, for always being there, man. Shout out to that's my boy from uh man, decades, brother. Man, hey, I'm glad to see you. And Anthony, if you're here too, brother, shout out to you and Alex. Great dudes, great guys here, man. Thank you. My 2 cents says agree, Raider Nation hotspot. Many tore me up early on my breakdown of JJ McCarthy, especially a certain content creator. But now what I saw early has come full circle. Full circle, pardon me. See, so like I know that there's I won't point fingers or say names because that's childish, but I get to what you're saying, because just because you have your opinion, brother, on a certain guy, no no person or YouTube content creator should just bash you, for just saying how you feel. And JJ, he is a baller. He's a great kid, and that's why he is projected to get drafted higher in this draft here, brother. So I'm so sorry that you had to handle that. And to be honest, I think I got a pretty good feeling of who that person is. I won't say any names, but I'm pretty good with my gut feeling. Is very rare that it has failed me, but I got a pretty good idea of who that is. So I'm sending my brain to your brain to where I think I know to what you're talking about, and I won't be that person to just bash you. Like, I'm sure there might be things that I say or you say, that we don't fall, in to where we don't think it's right, but I won't just be like, like, oh, no. I will respectfully disagree with you as a man, because we're all grown-ups here. Most of the people who watch my channel is grown, so I'm sorry that you had to, handle that, brother. That's terrible, man. Don't always get it right, but usually in the ballpark. Keep driving, Western. I appreciate your post. Hey, thank you, my man. Hey, thank you, thank you. So I know because I've been so busy. I've been so tied up with work and family and things like that. I haven't been putting out Raider videos like I had to. And then just real fast here, Hot Beavers. I did see your comment earlier to where you said that I was the hardest working person on YouTube. I appreciate that, brother. I wish that I was because I've been working so hard and I haven't had a chance to put out all the content that I had. But at the end of a day, my personal family here, my wife and my child, they're my top thing that I have to focus on here. But since I've been so busy, with like work and stuff, I cannot put out content and do what I'm doing here as often as I would like to do because life calls, and sometimes when life calls, gotta answer that phone, man. And I've just been dealing with things there. But my 2 cents, that is what I create all this here for. Like I don't come out here and say, "Oh, yeah, it's nice to have likes and subs," but I won't come out here and be like, "Oh, like and sub," all that. I don't ask for income, or things like that. Yes, my channel is monetized, but that's just because I reached a 1,000 subs, and I was offered that, so I was like, hey, why not? But to be honest with you, I don't get paid, like this crazy, because a lot of people think, oh, he's monetized, he's getting paid all this. That's furthest from the truth. Now let's say if I was like Mr. Beast, then yeah, I'd be sitting on a pretty penny, but I don't get that much here from YouTube because YouTube takes half of it anyway. So yeah, it sucks. But brother, those words right there, thank you, man. This is why I go out and I do content like this here. Red Nation Hotspot says, "My 2 cents. I'm in the same boat as early as JJ supporter." Hey, yeah, hey, brother. I have not one time, bashed him. I think he has a good arm, and he has wheels, man. But the one thing that I have said to him, and it ain't like bashing him, or things like that, but I just feel like because with Harbaugh, he wasn't asked to throw as often. You know what I mean? So um that would be like the thing. I don't even know if that's like a bad thing to say, about him, but he just was not asked to throw as often because we all know Jim Harbaugh, he likes to run first. Jim Harbaugh is an old type coach, you know what I mean? I form two tight ends, you know what I mean? And he will just run. He'll run that ball down your, throat. So that could be a good thing that he was not being asked to throw it as often because the way that I see it too is that hey, he's same with that arm, you know what I mean? But yeah, I think he's a baller, man. Raider Nation hotspot, tape. I see a tape, a council logo. I can't really zoom in on this here, but I'll try to decode that, later, brother. I see a tape, a council sign, and I can't really see what that face is because on this end here, it's like kind of small. Let me see if I can zoom in on that. Let me see. Oh, okay, okay. I think I get the gist of that there. I think I get it, but in we'll talk. Just us. You know what I mean? And just to see what that means, bro, in the future. But thank you, brother, for that comment. They still not listening about Bo and Penix. So my thing about Bo Nix here. Do I think he's a great quarterback? Dude, he has impressive numbers. You know what I mean? The only bad thing that I have on him is that um, at the combine, I felt like he could have performed better. But aside from that, I don't hate on him. But I would like to have Penix Jr. rather than him. That I'm just being honest there. But yeah. It seems like when like the like hype with Penix, well, he has hype now, but I feel like once the season was over and this was going on, I feel like the hype with Penix has just been getting bigger, bigger, and bitter. And Bo Nix, for some reason, it seems like he's not getting talked about enough. So, um, yeah, bro. I feel like it's because the Raider Nation in general, it's just so enamored with Jaden Daniels that they kind of tune that out. It's like, well, it's just this guy or nothing. And that's just how I feel. About that. Proud of a Rattler. Hey, I would not even challenge that at all. Honestly, you know what I mean. That's I'm down with both of them, man. So we'll. I can't wait, man. I'm tired of guessing and waiting and saying all this. I just can't wait for the actual draft, man. To like happen. I just can't wait. My 2 cents says for a later pick, okay, for a later pick like Jordan Travis, the return on investment could be huge. Yeah, yeah. There's so many players. Like we could pers- pursue so many different paths. And only Tom to let's go Antonio Pierce, Mark Davis, and all the Raiders in house know what is happening, honestly, because we could guess and be like, oh, this and this, but no one knows, man, honestly. But yeah, man, I agree with that on, brother. Tape don't lie. Gotcha. Sorry, man. I couldn't code that, there. But thank you guys, thank you, and thank you, brother. So before I tune off here, because I got a jam out of here. I just want to say thank you to all the people that has been here and you have been with my channel since day one. You've been here on my journey here. I salute to all you guys out there. Each time you come in and you chime in and you comment, or just share what you have to say on my channel, that means a lot to me because you're taking the like time out to like comment, like that, like that is what makes me happy. And if you enjoy my content too, then that makes I that is just like an added bonus perk for me. But I just do this because I want to share with the Raider Nation how I feel, honestly. And I'm gonna just get to a couple of these comments over here. So I'm gonna get to these final one, two, to these final comments here, and then I'm gonna have to ride off into the sunset, guys, because I got to take care of some business over here. So my 2 cents says, me too. I take Penix over Knicks. Huge Ducks fan, and Knicks, in my eyes, played poorly in his big games. Almost 900 yards passed, but from behind the line of scrimmage. So I think that Bo Nix could be a solid quarterback in the NFL, but if push comes to shove, if I had to choose, I'm taking the Penix Jr. all day. And as I said earlier, I honestly feel that Penix Jr. is the most polished the most polished quarterback coming out of all these guys in the draft here, and that's just me. Mr. Greg Atkins, hey brother, thank you for tuning in, brother, and chiming in. He says, sorry I missed the show. What's your comments? I got back on the rewind. Hey, brother, no worries, man. No worries, brother. Hey, I follow a bunch of guys here too. Like I watch Raider feels Zance, Samoan Raider. I'm Islander too. You know what I mean? So you know what I mean. So I follow him. Raider D podcast, Wasted Talent, Graphic Raider. All I watch them all. But there's times where I can't get in and see them go. Like live. Like all that because I'm busy. With work. And but I always try just to go back and see what because I just like to hear what other Raider content creators what they have to say so I can see where their mindset what I mean is at. So shout out to all of them out there. But hey brother, if you can brother, that's awesome. Hey, if you can't brother, hey, no worries, just you being here now brother, that means so much to me. And shout out to you Greg, I appreciate you. Say these comments before I ride out of here. My 2 cents says Knicks equals car 2.0 in my honest opinion. Oh man. Uh, so pertaining to that, I could I could see to where you are coming from for sure. But me on that, um, I would give Bo Nix a chance just to see what he could do for one season or two, just to see before I could go that far. But I could see that to where you're, yeah. So I could see where that comment is from, but yeah, I just got to see him for like a season or two, and then I could finally hit my Galvin and be like, all right, this is how I feel. So I will give Bo Nix the benefit of the doubt for now, for now. And then Raider Nation Hotspot says 2016 car. Oh man, if he just would have never broke his leg. And my 2 cents says Carr won me over in 2016 Raider Nation, then flamed out after injury. Nick serviceable, but as a Duck fan, Phil Ducks with Natty with McCarthy over Penix. So I feel so that part, brother, where you said Carr won me over with 2016 Raider Nation, then flamed out after the injury. So Derek Carr was playing at an MVP type of level before he got hurt, and I absolutely agree. After he got hurt, he would see ghosts, and he'd panic, and he was not the same ever, and I know he's on the Saints now, but I wish him the best there, and yeah, that's just how I feel about that. Red Nation Hotspot, aka Beaver, says Penix had rush attempts eight. Penix had 8 rush attempts. Just saying. Um, I feel and I see to where your head's at on this. So Penix Jr., I feel like he could run when he has to, but I feel like now this is just me, and I could be wrong. Um, I feel like he wants to kind of show more that he's a passer or a pass type first rather than going outside of the pocket, But it could be also that those injuries too. But yeah, I think when he has to, I think that he wouldn't have a problem doing so. But that could be because he just he didn't have to as often when he was there in Washington. My 2 cents says don't have to rush to be legit. A good pocket presence and footwork can keep players alive. I agree. I agree. But me, I also like to have a quarterback. Now, I ain't trying to challenge you or like bash you or anything like that. But me, I like a quarterback who could run, and when I'm sorry, that's backwards. I like a quarterback who could pass, but when given the need, when he has to, he can move on his feet and go outside of the pocket because that just creates a bigger threat to the opposing defenses. And then I'm gonna just say this last comment here. Then I'm gonna ride off into the sunset because I got to take care of errands and things of that nature as well. And my 2 cents says, "Have a great Easter weekend, Raider Nation. Have to go grocery shopping. I hope you get all the good stuff, brother. I hope you get a nice piece of chocolate for yourself. But yeah, guys. So I got to go take care of some errands here. I have to prep for my Easter too, as well. Thank you guys for all the guys. For all of you in the Raider Nation came in, chimed in, shared your input here. I always appreciate you guys' comments, your input, and your opinion. I will never erase your comments or block your comments unless it gets too far, So, and what I say by that, if it has things to do with like, um, let's see, what's the best way I could put this in words here? Because I've been in channels to where I've had trolls, not on my podcast here, but I had, I've been in podcasts and I've seen the comments to where they involve bad things, about them doing things to people that are underage. If you even try that type of things here on my channel, you are blocked. You know what I mean? Like, you could cuss at me, you call me an a-hole, jerk, all that. You can say all that stuff you want, but there's certain boundaries that I will not in like I will like I will not accept no comments or things like that on my channel here. I try to keep it all friendly and family for everybody out there watching. So just remember, before you make your comments and you try to go too, crazy, remember, people have families, we have children, you know what I mean? So to that nature, mind your manners on that. But I don't care if you come in here, drop an F bomb, you're cursing like stone cold, you know what I mean? And you're like just throwing the bird, you know what I mean? Saying F this, F that. You can say the A word, the B word, all that. I personally don't do that, you know what I mean? But just remember, there's certain boundaries and you got to hold yourself accountable for certain things and certain things that I will not stand for. So aside from that little banter that I just said, salute to you guys. I appreciate you guys for all the guys that just tuned in. I'm about to, sign off. I've been here for longer than I should have been. And I'm surprised that my wife right now is not, she didn't kick down my door yet. Coming in here saying, "Hey, get up. Let's jam out of here." So thank you guys. I hope you guys have a wonderful Easter weekend, holiday. Don't work too hard. Stay cool, stay fresh, keep it cordial, you know what I mean? And I love all you guys out there. Thank you guys so much. I'm logging off. Western Conference is out. Thank you guys.